got it.
What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to MANIACITV, man. Today we got hip hop dailies. OBlock is for sale, and why Lil Durk or Chief Keef can't buy it, man. So listen, like I said, it is from the Hip Hop Daily YouTube channel, man. And this has been a topic of discussion in the game as of late, man. Now, I know a few weeks ago, you know, they announced that OBlock was for sale. Lil Durk actually expressed interest in buying OBlock. He didn't care what the price was. But before I even get into this, I'm gonna give my thoughts on why I feel like they won't sell it to Durk or Chief Keef, man. Because one, and they did the same thing to my projects, man. They want everything tore down. They want the whole projects tore down, man, because they tore my projects down and rebuilt it into this suburban. They upped the rent and all that shit. That's what they want to do to OBlock. If they sell it to Durk and Chief Keef, you know, they gonna be on some, I feel like Durk and Keef, you know, they gonna be on some Rollo fam goon shit, man. Free Rollo. They gonna make rent free for everybody that's living there, man. They gonna keep the projects the way it is, man. They gonna keep it like that, man. And I feel like the city of Chicago don't want it like that because, you know, they see the stats. They see the statistics, man. But listen, we ain't doing no more talking. Let's see why OBlock won't go to Chief Keef or Durk, man. Let's get it.
Gardens Homes, better known to rap fans as OBlock, is one of the deadliest housing projects in the US and also one of the most famous thanks to the rise of drill music.
Facts.
Back in April, the owner of the property decided to put it up for sale, leading to rumors that famous rappers like Lil Durk and Chief Keef, who grew up in the community, may try to purchase it. Here's a look at the sale of OBlock and whether or not Durk and Chief Keef have a chance at buying the infamous housing project. The Parkway Gardens homes were built between 1950 and 1955 on Martin Luther King Drive on the south side of Chicago. The massive property spans over 13 acres of land and features 694 affordable housing units.
Damn.
Famous residents who spent time living in OBlock include Michelle Obama and, of course, famous rappers.
I forgot Michelle Obama was from the O, man. I forgot all about that shit. Hey, she getting down. Best believe. Fuck you mean. Come on now.
Residents who spent time living in OBlock include Michelle Obama.
She'll slide on the nigga real quick, and don't fuck with her.
694 affordable housing units. Famous residents who spent time living in OBlock include Michelle Obama,
drill
and
on
of
your
course
ass.
famous rappers like Chief Keef, Lil Durk, and King Von. As gang activity on the south side increased throughout the 2000s and 2010s, Parkway Gardens became the center of one of the most violent areas in the city. It's a stronghold for the Black Disciples, one of the largest gangs in Chicago. It also became famous in the hip-hop community with the rise of Chief Keef and the popularity of drill music. The 6400 block of MLK Drive was nicknamed OBlock in 2011 after the killing of a BD member named O.D. Perry. O.D. was allegedly killed in retaliation for the murder of a 15-year-old member of the Gangsta Disciples named Shondell Gregory, better known as Tuka.
Yep.
The killing of both O.D. and Tuka set off a gang war between the BDs and the GDs that has claimed countless lives and still rages on to this day. Check out our previous...
It's really sad though, like, you know, the GDs, they lost Tuka. Of course, the BDs, you know, they lost O.D. And it's like, man, I feel like just those two alone, man, I feel like that alongside certain anthems, like Lil Durk's L's anthem, I feel like was a hot start for, you know, why the war in Chicago is the way it is, man. You know, and it's just, it's continued to brew through the years, man. I just don't see an end in sight, man. I really don't. With music involved in it now, man, the street politics have completely changed now. Now you can get killed over a rap song now, you know what I mean? But it's crazy now.
BDs and the GDs that has claimed countless lives and still rages on to this day. Check out our previous videos on Chicago drill lyrics that actually happened for more info on this beef. Ironically, the same year that Tuka and OD were killed was the same year that Related Midwest, a Chicago-based real estate development firm, purchased the Parkway Gardens houses for $40 million. There's no way that the firm knew what they were getting themselves into when they bought the property. Even though the south side has always been rough, the war between the BDs and OBlock and the GDs who go by the name Tukaville not only increased the violence in the neighborhood, it also brought national attention to the area through the popularity of the drill movement.
Yeah.
So every time there was a murder, shootout, or robbery, it was not only broadcast on the news, it was documented in the music and by fans on the internet, which can't be good for the company's bottom line. Being a low-income housing project...
Yeah, they fucked up. That was a horrible-ass investment, man. Honestly, I know they feel stupid. 40 mil, they ain't trying to deal with these niggas no more. Man, they trying to sell that
by
shit.
Fans on the internet, which can't be good for the company's bottom line. Being a low-income housing project, Related Midwest got money from the federal government in the form of tax breaks, housing credits, and other incentives, but they still have to pay out of pocket for any repairs and renovations. With all kinds of criminal activity going on in the building, the property constantly needed to be repaired and upgraded. One of the biggest expenses was replacing the elevators that were always breaking. Not to mention all windows and walls that had to be repaired and painted after every shooting.
Fuck, I look like being a maintenance man showing up to OBlock to fix some shit. Nah, y'all gonna have to fire me or you gonna have to pay me a little more, man. Fuck, I look like walking up in there with my little paint can trying to paint some shit.
That were always breaking. Not to mention all windows and walls that had to be repaired and painted after every shooting or robbery. The company put $9.9 million into renovating the project in 2014, but that wasn't enough. The investment became a major headache for Related Midwest, and they were stuck in a cycle of either just breaking even or losing money every year. They finally got tired of it and put the building up for sale in April 2021. News of the Parkway Gardens houses going up for sale led to fan speculation that some of the famous rappers who grew up in the community might try to purchase it. Lil Durk added fuel to this rumor by subtweeting a post from College Kid about the sale by saying, "I'll buy it, don't matter how much."
And here's the thing, I already know what everybody's saying. I know what everybody's saying, man. You know, the last people bought it for 40 mil. They put almost $10 million into it. So, you know, the value of it is going up. The equity, everything is up now. You know, it's probably going to be at least 50 to 60 million to buy this. And I know what y'all thinking, man. Durk ain't got 50 to 60. I mean, we know Durk is rich. Durk is a multi-millionaire. But best believe he spent, if he got that much money, that would be all of his money. Like, I know Durk got money, man, but he ain't got that much. But I know what y'all thinking, though. But he's not buying it out cash offer. You know, you could work with the bank. You can get, you know, the bank could get you a loan for this. The bank could get you a loan for this, man. So before everybody's saying, you know, Durk and Chief Keef ain't got, you know, they ain't got 60 mil to just cash out like that, man. Which is true, man. But listen, like I said, they can work with the bank. You can get a loan same as like a mortgage, man, honestly. But I mean, it'll actually be smooth though if Durk can buy that though, for real.
Famous rappers who grew up in the community might try to purchase it. Lil Durk added fuel to this rumor by subtweeting a post from College Kid about the sale by saying, "I'll buy it, don't matter how much."
Now what if it's 100 mil?
Even though Durk is a successful rapper, it's unlikely that he could realistically purchase the property or would even want to. Durk may be doing well financially, but there's no way that he has $40 or $50 million sitting around to dump into a property with so many liabilities.
The liabilities, the repairs and all that too, you got to think about it too, man. It's a smart investment. You know, it's definitely somebody that's, you know, from around the area to, you know, to take it over and stuff like that, man. You know, it's smart, but, you know, I don't know. It might be too much maintenance at the end of the day, man.
Even if he could get a loan, it would take some serious work and cash investment beyond the purchase price to get the building into a condition where he would make money, which would mean putting $70 to $100 million into an investment with no guarantees of making any type of a return. If a company that specializes in real estate development couldn't do it, it's unlikely that Durk would be able to pull it off, while also touring and maintaining his rap career. But it's understandable why the rapper would want to own the block he grew up on and protect it from being torn down.
Just get like a group of millionaires, man. I know Durk knows some wealthy people, man. Get a group of people together, man. Y'all all pitch in something, man. I'm telling you, you can make it work. You could honestly make it work.
But it's understandable why the rapper would want to own the block he grew up on and protect it from being torn down. Even though it would be pretty legendary if the rapper could pull it off, the numbers don't make sense for Durk to do it all on his own.
Yeah.
Especially since the tenants will be friends and family who may feel like he owes them a break.
I'm telling you.
Then he's put in a position of either losing money or evicting his own people from their homes, which is a spot you don't want to be in. If Durk were really serious about purchasing the property, what he should do is gather a team of other artists like Chief Keef and anyone else with ties to OBlock and pull their money. Then get the help of an experienced real estate developer. Owning and maintaining a property as massive and crime-ridden as OBlock is a serious job. Flipping houses or buying single-family homes is a kind of real estate investment that anyone can handle if you have the cash and proper training. But owning a property with almost 700 units requires an expert, especially if Durk plans to maintain it as a low-income housing project and receive benefits from the government. That requires an understanding of tax codes, government programs, local building laws, and all kinds of other information that's tough to stay on top of, even for those in the real estate business. When the Department of Buildings inspected the property after being put up for sale, it was discovered that there were over 50 building code violations that included missing window screens, rodent problems, broken elevators, and more. So, purchasing the property would mean addressing these issues and putting a team in place to take care of maintenance in the future, which also eats into profits. So Durk may want to think twice before just writing a blank check.
I don't know who the fuck gonna buy that shit then. That just sound like a headache. It sound like it's just doing too much, man.
Just OBlock by himself. Even though it'd be dope to see Durk and Chief Keef team up with a local real estate developer and turn OBlock into a safer and better maintained building, it doesn't look like they're gonna get the chance. Say Cheese TV reported that the building has already been sold.
Word?
Although the buyer's identity hasn't been revealed, rumors are floating around that OBlock residents will be forced to leave and the property will be demolished and gentrified.
Listen, I'm telling you, this is what happened to my projects, Westline housing projects in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. This is exactly what happened. Like, when this happened, I moved out. I've been moved out from that time. But this happened like probably 10, 11 years ago, man. Somebody bought the projects, they demolished everything, and then they rebuilt. They relocated everybody to like the south side of Milwaukee. They relocated everybody to the south side and was like, well, in a few years, y'all can come back. A few years later, they talking about rent about $1,600. Man, these people go from paying $300 a month to, you want them to pay $1,600? Man, you tripping. Because you upgraded. I mean, it looked nice. It looked nice though, but you know, they gonna screw all these people over, man. I'm telling you, and it's fucked up because there's so many units. Westline was big, but it wasn't like this big. That's crazy though, man. I already know. I don't know who bought it, but I already know they ain't got, you know, the best interest as far as the people that's living there now. They gonna try to turn the whole neighborhood around.
Rumors are floating around that OBlock residents will be forced to leave and the property will be demolished and gentrified. With housing prices across the country going up, the buyer will likely replace it with expensive condos or a shopping center that will be more profitable than the building in its current state. That's probably the reason why Durk wanted to buy the property in the first place, to be sure that all his friends and relatives won't be kicked out of their homes and displaced to other parts of the city. But there's no telling whether Related Midwest would have sold it to Durk, even if he had the money and professional help. It's a sad day for hip-hop in the city of Chicago. Tearing down the projects won't stop the violence going on in the city, it'll only move it around, and it will be interesting to see how the change impacts the war in Chirac. Without the 13-acre fortress,
I know, like they won't be close to the niggas on 63rd no more. Like, so how is that gonna work? You know, like what's gonna happen? They gonna be all over, spread out through Chicago. I mean, I don't know, man.
And it will be interesting to see how the change impacts the war in Chirac. Without the 13-acre fortress as a stronghold, the BDs may have a tough time maintaining their dominance in the area. The dudes from OBlock who are still in the street still have to find a new base of operations. But with so much of the city already claimed by other gangs, this may be tough to do. They'll have to move to areas already controlled by groups they're allied with, start repping other blocks. Nothing is set in stone until the contracts are signed and the money changes hands.
Yeah.
So if the deal falls through, there's a slight chance that Durk or Keef could still get involved in the purchase. But at this point, it would take a miracle for OBlock to stay the way it is. No one with the kind of money it takes to buy the property is gonna spend millions of dollars for an unprofitable gang fortress, no matter how important it is to the hip-hop community. At least the legendary building will live on through the music created in the drill era, and maybe Durk and some business partners can get together and buy a different property that can serve as OBlock 2.0.
That would be smart.
If you like this video, check out some of our previous videos, from rappers and gangs to drill lyrics that actually...
That'd actually be smart to buy like another, you know, another piece of land or another complex that's for sale, something a little cheaper. You know, I think they could be able to pull that off, man. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts and opinions on OBlock being for sale. Link down below in the description. Y'all want to check this video out in its entirety uninterrupted. If y'all new to the channel, y'all rock with me, want daily reaction videos, hit that subscribe button for me. Until the next video, I'll see y'all then. Thank you for watching MANIACITV. I'm out.
I ain't gotta do too much. I swear that these niggas, they be doing too much. I ain't gotta